Hello and welcome to another AngelTrack demo. Today we're looking at the achievement system. My name is Caitlin. I'm a sales engineer here, recording this on Windows 7 with Internet Explorer and with Google Chrome. Two web browsers at the same time, so I can log in as two different users at the same time. But you can use any browser you like. AngelTrack is what we call bring your own device. That means that you can use a smartphone like an iPhone or Android, tablets like iPads or Google Nexus or Samsung Galaxy or any of the other ones, toughbooks, any version, any operating system, laptop computers, desktop computers, whatever you've got. If it has a web browser, then you're all set. There's nothing to buy, nothing to install, and you can access your AngelTrack cloud server from anywhere. Anywhere that you have an internet connection, you can run your company. So let's connect to a cloud server. This one's called the Sandbox. It's just for us sales engineers to use. We'll take a look at the achievement system. First, we'll log in as a regular crew member, an ordinary employee with no particular privileges. And he has got 4 achievements awarded so far. All of his achievement awards stack up here. So let's see. This one is for 1 month without an absence. Remember, AngelTrack has an integrated time clock. There's another video here in the YouTube channel that goes into great detail about how the time clock works. So check that out if you're curious. Here, 1 month without an incident. AngelTrack has an integrated incident system too. Also a video about that. Worked 10 shifts and drove 200 transport miles. Obviously, AngelTrack has a integrated dispatch system. If you'd like to see how the dispatch system works, check out the YouTube channel. There's a good starting video. It's called Call Taking Basics. So here, whenever David Smith logs in and he visits his employee homepage, this is a crew area. You can tell because it's got a black background with muted colors. That is done to protect the crew's night vision when they're looking at their mobile device. So whenever a crew member logs into his homepage, all of his achievements are shown. And if he wants to go to his employee settings, he can look at all the actual details of where those came from. So he can see here, he doesn't have the Year's Employee Award yet. He's got the 1 month no absence award, and so on and so forth. And this shows how many he's got so far, and when the next award will be, and what the next award looks like. So AngelTrack has all of these built-in awards. There's 24 of them, and each one has 12 different levels, starting with the first level, the first ribbon, and then most ribbons, and when you get the second level, they'll have silver or gold bars on them. Most of them do. So these are David Smith achievements, and most of them are automatically calculated. So for example, this one is automatically drawn from AngelTrack's human resources records. This one is automatically drawn from AngelTrack's time clock. This one here is drawn from AngelTrack's incident system. Most of these here come from the dispatch system and from AngelTrack's PCR records. This one comes from AngelTrack's QA system. Again, all of these systems are all integrated together, and you get all of them when you sign up for AngelTrack's service. There's a few of these awards that are only granted manually. So let's log in as a lieutenant. Lieutenants and captains and members of HR have the authority to grant achievements in AngelTrack. So let's look at David Smith's employee records. Okay, here's his current achievements. The same thing as what he sees on his page. We see the same thing, except because we're a supervisor, we have the power to grant another one. So here we can grant an award. So let's see. A Star of Life award. This is something that AngelTrack does not automatically award. It means whatever you decide that it means. it's up to you and company policy. Maybe get together with all of your supervisors and decide what this award means. You can decide that it's given for, I think the best use I've seen for this award is if a wheelchair driver pitches in some important or critical way on a BLS transport. So, for example, if a wheelchair driver is called in to do lift assist and then ends up performing some critical task like making sure that the patient doesn't fall, or perform some other life-saving action, then we'll grant him a Star of Life award. And we can even put an expiration date on it if we want, so that they don't last forever. You have to keep earning new ones. So we'll just grant him a Star of Life award. So now he's got 1. And let's see. These are automatically calculated, but you can grant them yourself if you like. Guardian Angel Award. Here's another one. This one here is not automatically granted. It's up to you to decide what it means. So it might be given to crew members who are being especially vigilant, and maybe they're keeping a close eye on their patients and they notice something that the hospital missed. They notice something that the nursing home missed, and they bring it to the attention of the staff, and that ends up saving the patient's life in some way. That would be a good meaning for this award. But like I said, you decide what it means. So we'll say, noticed the patient's feet were blue after dropping off from wheelchair transports. Ended up saving the patient from amputation. So there we go. A perfect achievement to award to an employee who was just being careful, was just being watchful over his patients. And the last award that is not automated. Now, not all of the awards that are available can be granted, but this one here can be granted and is not automated. And this is another one to give to employees who don't have patches. So this would be maybe for wheelchair drivers or dispatchers or unpatched supervisors. Again, you decide when to award this, and then your supervisors, your lieutenants and your captains, they can grant those achievements. So now that David Smith has been granted those awards, when he visits his crew homepage, he's got 2 new showing. Just a little status symbol to have in front of the other employees. Give everyone something to shoot for. So that's the achievement system. If there's something I missed, like for example, we have a lot of interesting links over here on the left. Each one of these has a YouTube video devoted to it. And I mentioned already there's a YouTube video for the time clock too. So you can check out the YouTube channel if I breezed over something that looked interesting. You can also check out the website. That's AngelTrackSoftware.com. All one word, AngelTrackSoftware.com. And check out some of the demos and white papers and online help. Or just drop me a line and let me know how I'm doing with these videos. And boy, I tell you, these are a lot of work to record. So anyway, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.